Oh my God, we back again. And man, that was a fucking that was a stupid one. You know what I did with my laptop? Brought it out back here, like, oh man, let's live stream, and then I didn't plug it in. Like I didn't plug it in. So, oh my God, we back. It's plugged in now, but it wasn't plugged in before. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who does that? Like, let me not plug in it. You know what I mean? I wonder how long I can like not plug it in. Like, what if I can gabagoo? What a gabagoo. Yeah, we're just gonna chill out with a drink and, hello again. Drink and a joint. But yeah, that was my bad. I didn't plug it in. Like, let me use my computer and not plug it in. But man, what a weak battery. Like, just goes to show how weak my battery is. Let me get to. Do you have a computer that has like, I don't know, 20-minute battery life? I wouldn't call it a party. We're just chilling over here. We're just chilling over there, and we're chilling over here. And we're also not plugging in the computer, and the computer's dying. Like, of course, the Dead Poop stream's gonna have to restart at some point. And I don't know if YouTube's punishing me over that. It's a fucking gabagoo. It's a gabagool over here. Over here is a gabagool. Yeah, but yeah, like, I find YouTube's been like extra harsh on the algorithm lately. You were like, oh, you have like 300 and some followers. Let your two new videos be watched 16 times. Like your new videos, like 300 followers. Let it be watched like 16 times. And like 2 days later, like it's at 16, and I'm like, geez Louise, YouTube, that harsh, that harsh. But you know what that is? That's a gabagool. That's a gabagool right there, and you have to forget about it. And same here, man. I showed a picture to the wife of your like fucking Crocs cross trainers. Oh man, she got a kick out of it. Same here's got like the sportiest Crocs ever. Like, it's got like aerodynamic wind holes on the side. Like, it looks like a pair of Nikes made out of like memory foam. You know what I mean? In a good way. In a good way. And yeah, I'm still have whiskey. I'm still on the whiskey. I got maybe, I think two, 3 bottles left. 3 balls left of the whiskey. And you know what that is? That's a gabagoo. That's a yeah, that's a gabagoo over there. Did anyone watch a new LA Beast video? And man, I get a kick out of it every time. But yeah, my picture's in the background once again, and I get a kick out of that every time. Side note: Dead Poop gets a kick out of that every time. Johnny Azul, I think the reason I'm so smart is like partially genes and partially just a raw gifted talent of smartness. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when God done bestowed the gifts of life to me. He's like, ah, let this guy not be too tall, like, you know what I mean? Average penis, and then also make him be very smart. That'll be the recipe. Stirs a pot and makes me, like, you know what I mean? Not too tall, very smart, kind of clever. Let's put that in there. Great at badminton. Let's put great. You put a little bit of great of badminton in there too. Great at badminton. Not only good but great. It's like, oh yeah, no, I have a friend. Like me and my friend are pretty good at badminton. Guess well, no, great. I'm great. I'll beat you and your friend. I'm great at it. I saw LABs eat the Ghostbusters crap. Um, I didn't fully. I was at work. I was at work all day, and then I met up with an old buddy. Like this guy was my old roommate from back in the day. He's like, oh, calls me up like last week. He's like, ah, oh, dude, guess what? I'm in St. John. I'm moving back to St. John. And then I'm like, oh man, that's awesome. Let's hang out. He's like, yeah, yeah. Remember how I quit drinking? I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a while ago. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I haven't been smoking weed either. It's like, cool, 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 cool. It's like, and I was trying to think of like something. It took me like a week. It took me a week of like, what can you do to hang out and have? And I was like, oh, let's go for wings nights. Everyone likes wings, you know. So yeah, we went for wings, and I had drinks and weed. I mean, you're not the boss of me, but man, it was great to see him. Um, I do a trip up to have a beer with you once COVID lets up, and COVID's a some bitch. COVID is that some bitch. You know what I mean? I don't know if you like know someone, but that someone's a some bitch. This COVID some bitch. We're actually going green. We're going green here. I think tomorrow. And you know what I find weird about like we're calling green and green means like oh no masks, like pretty much back to normal. Like, but you know what? Like they're not calling it. Like everything's going green, green level, and it's like going back to normal. But you know what? They're not calling it like back to normal. You know why? Because it's green and you can just jump right back to like orange or yellow right away, right away. Like you know what I mean? Like your life is now going to be color coordinated by freedoms you can have. Oh, at green, you could move around freely. At yellow, no, you can't. At orange, you can't. Red, you can't. All the other colors, you can't. At green, you can move freely. But all the other colors, like, no, freedom's gone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, freedom's gone. And isn't that a bitch? Isn't that a fucking bitch? Oh, oh, COVID's better, and we have a little. And then COVID gets well. Freedom's gone. My eye looks lazy right there. Look how lazy it looks. Like this one's looking at stuff, and this one just like is taking a nap. This eye is just taking a nap right now. It's like you read, and then I'll just take a break. Look at it. Is it even? Is it even still working? LA Beast is so New Jersey. Oh my God, Matt, stop. I don't know what you're talking about. You're not the boss of me. Words to live by. Yeah, 100%. Unless, unless it's coming from your boss, your mom, or your significant other, and then still, you are not the boss of me. But let me think about what you just said, and let me see if you make sense, and maybe you do, and maybe I should like rethink my things. But you're still not the boss of me. You know what I mean? I shouldn't throw all the dead fireworks into the bonfire. Is that a good idea? You're not the boss of me. And then you're like, nope, no, nothing wrong can happen. Let's throw it in. Boom. You know what I mean? Oh, legendary gaming. Legendary gaming coming in with a Johnny is my bitch spaced out. For possible reasons that he believes that you can't write that word altogether. At least we got each other. That's right. COVID I. Like like look. Like look. Do you have Snapchat dead poop? No, Snapchat is for single people and pervs. I don't have that. Never had that. I don't anticipate to have that. I can be reached via TikTok, via YouTube streams, via Instagram, via Twitter, and Facebook, but not under dead poop. Like Facebook is like it's almost like let's Facebook be more local than YouTube. Like you know what I mean? It's Facebook. It's Facebook. Let me have seen your face before. But Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Follow me on TikTok and send me a message if you want. Wagwan Legend. Hey, Sammy boy. And Sammy says back, Wagwan Riku. Yeah, it's nice that Riku's in here. Um, oh, shame. Yeah, and it is a shame. It is a shame. And it's a big shame I didn't fucking mow my lawn. So this is the history behind this lawn. It's like let's say a week ago. A week ago, I'm like, oh geez, man, lawn's getting long. Rain, gonna do it. It wasn't raining. Had something I wanted to do instead. And then rain. Then had something I wanted to do instead. Rain. Boom. I got tomorrow off. I got drunk tonight. Was gonna do it. It's nice. Rain tomorrow. Like you know what I mean. Long's getting long. Oh, and also in the middle of that, go to want to do some, ran out of gas, right? Out of the mower. And then I get my jug. I'm like, oh, all right, jug, I'll just fill up this mower. Boom, jug's empty. Forgot, jug's empty. And so I got 3 strips. So I have 3 strips and the whole rest of them lawn to mow. Long. Like I'm gonna have to pop a wheelie with this fucking lawnmower just to fucking like break trail, and then I'm probably have to shut her down numerous times and like put my hand in there. Like right on the lawnmower deck. It's like, don't put your hand right there. I'm gonna shut it off and put my hand exactly where it says not to. Just get the grass that's stuck all over, like get it out. Like I'd be like, okay, right on the lawnmower it says, hands don't go in here. But it's not running anymore. I shut it off. Let me jam my hand right in there because I think that's misleads you. It's like don't fix the problem yourself on this like lawnmower deck. It's like you could easily fix this problem by sticking your hand right in there, but don't. Red circle with a fucking sideways diagonal slash through it. Don't fix it yourself because that's how you fix it. Call a maintenance man. Call in for your warranty. Like, you know what I mean? No, just jam your hand right in there. Just like the red circle with the fucking diagonal line says to do. And next thing you know, tickety boo, you're back to mowing your lawn. Um, Ritu is here. Hope you're doing well. He's doing well. He's recently assumed. Well, not recently. He's casually assumed the identity of Legendary Gaming. Should just use a broom handle. Although the content you would make would be interesting. Broom handle. Oh, to stick in the lawnmower? I'm a hands-on kind of guy. Let me feel out the problem here. Let me go ahead and put eyes on it and hands on it. Let's put some boots on the ground. Stick her hand right in the mower. Right in that goddamn fucking Don G or fucking Don lawnmower right there. Let me go ahead and finger out the problem. While it's off. While it's off. I hear snowblower is a different story. Snowblowers, I guess they could have like wound up tension from whatever that even when they're off, you could be like jamming, putting your hand in there where you shouldn't, and it's got like retention spring tension where you like if you get the unjammed, but boom, next thing you know, it wants to inch forward a certain amount, just enough to just ruin your life and like lose the limb or finger, like you know what I mean, like boof. But hey, I'm not a safety expert. Don't by all means don't do anything I say. Anything in life, anything in like maintenance, construction, don't do any of it um, for your safety. And that man, that's strong. That's strong. That's some good whiskey. Some good old. And am I right by saying like this says rye on it, but isn't rye whiskey anyways? Yes, the ball says rye, but I've been calling it whiskey ever since I bought a bunch of it, and I don't even think I'm wrong. Like I know the bottle says rye, but I think rye is whiskey, like whiskey rye whiskey. I think those two words mean the same thing, flow together, like two birds of a feather. You know what I mean? We don't get snow here, where I am. Just crazy homeless people and sun. And depending on the quality of your homeless people, man, like some of them are colorful and almost like city landmarks. It's like, oh man, you want to hang right up by that long bearded guy that plays a fucking recorder flute. You know what I mean? Boom, take a right by him, and the next thing you know, you want to take a left up by that bum with the fishing pole that makes you laugh. That go fishing for change sign, and then next thing you know, boom, you're at the public library, or maybe one more bum down the road. That one that like just yells and screams. Is he even a bum? Like you don't even know, just like an aggressive homeless person. And then next boom, boom, next thing you know, you're at the public library. That's how you get through some cities. Like uh, one bump to the right, one to the left, one that just screams, and then boom, you're at the public library in the city, in the big city. And in the country, like you know what I mean, like if in the country there's a special in town, everyone knows that special. Might even buy it a milkshake, or they just fucking keep it on the farm, and like it's like, how many kids you have? Like two, and some, you know. Dude, I know that lives uptown, but used to live uptown. This was years ago, but it don't even matter years. I could say it was today, and things that hasn't changed yet. This old building, and in the basement it's all concrete, and it's like pretty much a jail built with a fucking slidey door to slide a tray and bunk beds. It's like what would happen there? Like, was it slavery? Was it like, I don't know, locking up family member? I don't know, locking up maybe family members. Um, you don't have any dead poop. I blame Marco. Blame Marco for what? Dude loves in the Grove Lounge. The Grove Lounge is nice. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Sí, señor. Is there Juan Bam, Juan Bam right, Juan Bam left, and then Juan Bam right there. Like that. That's how many bums. And realistically, I almost even think only the last one's the bum, because the first one's playing the flute, and that's like spare some change for a little bit of my talent. Spare some change for my effort, and I love that. I'll give to that. And then the other fella, spare some change to my like gone fishing with the fishing rod. That's funny, clever. Little change for the cleverness. Boom, boom, boom. But that guy that just looks hurting and doesn't have like, I hate to call it a gimmick, but like a gimmick, you're less prone to get from me. Like, you know what I mean? What are you doing? Like, you're between naps. Like, oh, is that your talent for the money cup? You're just between naps. Watch me barely be awake, and then have a sign like saying like, I need my money. Not sleeping well. Like, man, you just had a nap. You know, hungry. I was like, "Oh, I'll get you some food," and they're like, oh, half the time they're like, look at you weird. My brother had a good point. There's like this one spot where like a bunch of them are like right between the highways, and they got signs. And they're like, have to change, red light. There's a change. So, anyways, boom. They're there. I don't know, on the weekend, and then they left. And when they left, my brother noticed there was like, I don't know, like maybe about like six empty, half drinking water bottles and pop bottles and stuff like that. These guys are bumming for change, and we all know like recycling. They left numerous 5 senses right there. All these bottles, they're bumming for change, but yet they leave change. Like they littered, but they also left like, I don't know, 40 cents worth of canned recyclings. You know what I mean? That seems backwards to me a little bit. Um, Dead poop has a hungry hole. And yes, I think if you're referring to munchies, uh, heck yes. And man, I had the craziest munchies the other day. It was foolish. What was it? What was it that was foolish? Oh, okay, I remember. Um, Nothing to be proud of, but it goes like this. You know, like a grocery store frozen, let's say a family size lasagna. Like, you know what I mean? And when it's say family size, it's actually not that big. Like, you know what I mean? But half of it was gone. So, like, let's say the two world's biggest pieces connected. So, one giant piece of lasagna that goes on a cookie sheet in the oven. And the wife had leftover wings from like fucking Boston Pizza. These like parm wings. About 5 of those. And then there's something else. I think like macaroni. And that, so, anyways, that went in the oven. And then after that, there's like macaroni salad, a bunch of watermelon, and celery and carrots. Like fucking like a foolish amount of celeries and carrots. Like that. That was a munchies meal. One time. And that was one for the ages. Like that was late at night. That was a significant amount. Oh, and the lasagna, I souped it up too. Like, them grocery store lasagnas are weak, and I'm putting in the oven anyways. I fucking extra cheesed it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I did something to it. Like, I added. And a lot of times, man, a little bit goes a long ways. Like, them Rising Crust pizzas? You jazz them up with, I don't know. Well, I do know. Some extra shredded cheese. Oh, man, some extra pepperoni. Or even some cut up hot dogs. A little bit more fucking of that oregano spice. You know what I mean? Like Parmesan cheese on the top. Put that in the oven. That is not the same pizza. That is not the same pizza. You went from like that on sale $4 pizza in Canada. That you're like, this is food, and then next thing you know, you jazz it up like that. It's like, man, this is pretty darn good. This good. You know what I mean? You could almost delicio date night. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a girl be like, "Oh man, you know how to cook? Yeah. You start the movie, and I'll cook this pizza from scratch." And it's a delicio that you just jazz up, and if you do it right, man, you're getting laid. And depending on the lady, you might be getting laid either way. But she's gonna like the pizza. Like, I don't know if you're getting laid or not, but the pizza's gonna be great. You know what I mean? You jazz up one of them rising crusts. Poof, poof, poof. Poof. And it's getting late. I'm gonna wind down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Unless someone's like, "Oh no, dead poop, don't go away so soon." Then I might not. But yeah, technically, I mean, I'm gonna like not go away right away. But I'm gonna smoke this. I'm gonna finish my little bit of it's strong drink, a little bit of it. But I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna bake you guys a Jew. Bake you guys a Jew. After that, I believe. But we're gonna smoke this, and this is strong. This is strong. Like you might not think it's strong. I don't know if you're judging the strongness of it. But if you were, it's like, oh man, that just looks like just dark pop. It's probably weak. And I would have to say, no, nay to that young man, young person even. This is strong liquid. This liquid has some strength to it. It may or may not be flammable, even. And this is just weed. I think there might be a seed in it because I had some shit weed, but yeah, this is just shit weed. Dead poop eats too much Wendy's. Oh man, I don't know if you're listening or like if you got wires out here, but man, I did have a crazy Wendy's night this week, and it did fucking kill me. Like man, I ate so good, so awesome, so quick, so great, so awesome that I was like, oh man, I know it's like 5 hours before my bedtime, but can I just bedtime right now? Like, oof, I'm done. I went into PJ pants. It's like, these pants I have on are too constricting. Like I believe I've eaten a large amount. Don't go away so soon. Okay, I might not. I don't know. I don't know. I love strong mixed drinks. You know what's good about strong mixed drinks normally? Ice. And I was so fucking hot and horny to sign on here that I was like, oh, let me just sign on to. Oh, next thing you know, I'm live. I was like, I don't have any ice. And I don't even know if I have ice. If I do have ice, it's gonna be in one of those containers where like it's like tap water, and you're like snap, snappity, snap. You know what I mean? If there's even some. I may join you in a strong drink tonight. Hey, I ain't the boss of you. But man, that sounds like a great idea. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not the boss of you, but guess what? I'm a friend of you, and in a friendship way, yeah, that doesn't sound too bad. I think you should do that. uh, I'm average too. It's okay, and it's okay being average. It's 100% being average. And you know what I like gets me going in life is like being average. And then once in a blue, you have like this moment where like, man, did I do okay there? Like, did I do like possibly like slightly above average? And then you're like, ah, oh, I think that feels good. I think that's and then you fuck up. I don't know, a day or two later, then you're back down to like being average or like barely even thinking you're average. I mean, that happens. Not to me, because I'm a Boy Scout, man. I pre-plan for everything. Like, I'll plan for a fuck up. Like, if I go to jail, if I gotta have something to do, if I have something I want to do, and I go to jail, and I have all this time on my hands, and unless the rapings are so brutal that I can't even think straight because I'm like ass is healing and it's just brutally rapes and I can't defend myself and I just like look fancy to the boys or something like that. But if I have all this time to myself, for me to pre-plan and Boy Scout and plan something, I can plan what could go. I can plan what could go not wrong or wrong. I could plan the shit out of something. I mean, just give me time. Uh, Chili extra thumbs. Hmm. Hmm. I want to think that I can think of what you kind of mean by saying that, but I can't. Like I'm like baffled by even that sentence. Chili extra thumbs. And I know you're Mexican, but do you like, I don't know, measure your drinks with your thumb and put that Chiles because it's like spicy liquor? Like I don't know. Like my imagination is running wild. It's probably something I said, and you're just taking part of the conversation. But quite frankly, your sentence is baffling me. Sorry, Ashley. Looks like I'm drinking tonight. Dead Poop says it was okay. Um, and Ashley, thank you for understanding. Like, you know what I mean? We're just hanging out, like just a little bit, just a little longer. Like, you know what I mean? It's not an all night thing. He'll mix a strong drink. I'll mix a strong drink. And let's just hang out a little more, Ashley. Come on. Come on. Don't be a Karen. You know what I mean? Or you can be a Karen. Just care enough. Oh, till that dried and fucking have one more drink. Like, you know what I mean? And that's how the ladies should have twisted it around. It's like, oh man, you call me a Karen? Yeah, just because I care enough. You know what I mean? Like, these crazy bitches couldn't even think of this and would not have diffused the situation. Like, that would have unkaren to Karen, I think. That's so fucking clever. That would have been like, oh, you're just nothing but a Karen, Karen. And then she comes back, snaps back with that. And then it's like, ooh, shit. Maybe this lady's not as crazy. Maybe we're in the wrong for being black walking in the neighborhood that we live in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oof, like, you know what I mean? Like this Karen starts to make sense just because she's got that comeback right off the tip, right off that tip. It's like, no, care enough. You mean care enough about you guys to just wonder what's going on around here? You have any IDs on you? You know what I mean? Like, you have any you have any IDs on you? I like Deadpool's Chili Thumb better than the real reference. Ugh. Oh. Sounds like a Louisiana nickname. It's like, oh man, you know who I mean. Lives down that shack, down that old fucking dirt, old Chili Thumb. You know, old Chili Thumb. Chili Thumb. I like. I don't know if you have to say the full name for the nickname. I guess if it's his nickname, it's a full name. Chili Thumb. And then obviously, if you say it, you have to like thumbs up it when you say it, of course. Otherwise, you're just unjusticing his name. Yo, chill dog. Oh, chill dog. Thumb dog, brother. Oh, you bouncing, Johnny? You good nighting? And I bid you adieu. I bid you a good night and adieu, my friend. May fantasies, dreams reach your brain during your slumber. And once upon you awaken, let that be true. Let them be true. Know what I mean? Eh. I do want some ice in this though. Like, oh, kill for some ice. Like, you guys, give me one moment. I'll look in that freezer for some ice just for a moment. Let me check for some ice. I'll just be right back. Like, picture some elevator music, like. Jump, jump. Oh no, that's a little bit too late. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Sorry guys for the short intermission for an ice break, but yeah, yeah, I did have some. I did have some, guys. Seems old as fuck though. Look how fucking not clear and see through that is. She's gonna taste like fish sticks. She's gonna taste like, I don't know, like not necessarily fish sticks, but almost like freezer absorbent. You keep tap water in the freezer so long, guess what it's gonna smell like? Like freezer, like chicken nuggets and French fries and whatever whatever the fuck else you have in your freezer. But I'm gonna use it all. Like, man, I'm gonna have a cold drink. That last one was warm as fuck. Like, I'm gonna I'm gonna treat myself to the whole tray, like the whole what's left. Boom, full man, full big glass of multiple, full big, and man, if you're in like a warm like third world country like Africa, and you're coming across my stream and I'm bragging about my frozen water cubes, I I apologize if I seem so cavalier about it. That I'm willing to waste, and I don't see it as wasting, using uh, eight big frozen cubes to cold in a drink when you're sweating balls, swatting flies. Like, you know what I mean? I apologize about that for my cavalier uh, demeanor about overusing some ice, because this is a full glass of ice. Like, is there even room for booze? So much ice. Fight food. Fight food's in the heezies. Hello, Fight Food. How are you, my friend? I hope your evening has been going well. Oh, good, I guess. And I'm having some rye, which I call whiskey. Just a little, just a little pinch, just a little pinch out of this rye whiskey. Let me just splash some in here a little bit. Let me just splash it in. Just a little. All right for you guys. And you might think, oh my goodness, that seemed like a lot of whiskey. No, it wasn't, because it's full of ice. It's full of ice. And now I shall add my mix to this. But it's like a David Blaine, Chris Angel. The amounts are fooled. It's more of a reasonable drink than you believe it is. It's very reasonable for a drink. I'm not overindulging in whiskey. So then I put in the whiskey, the ginger ale, just a splash. Oh, that's too much. That's too much. I'm kidding. I'm gonna fill it up. I'm gonna fill it up. And that filled it up. which there you go. And this is the drink. System Down City. Good evening. Good evening. Is in the house. And I know I usually do in the house, but sometimes I don't have to do in his house. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just a good entrance. Like, hello is good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't always have to be in the his house. Although I do love doing it. I'm not gonna not do it. But sometimes you don't always have to his house. Just like a System of Down is here, like a system is here. Just something else. I'm flying to New Brunswick. You know what you're gonna need? You're gonna need travel papers, a passport, proof of your vaccinations. Are those gonna be recognized fucking vaccinations acceptable? And I don't even think you can. I don't even think the government is allowing that. They're like, no, no, like, oh man, Americans coming over here for no, like, oh, you want to visit our site? Like, yeah, we do have like beautiful mountains, and we have like this all these waterfalls, so you can go to over here and all of but no, not yet. But we're going green. We're going green. Well, New Brunswick is going green, but we're killing it. We're like Canada high score killing it. Like let's say Canada split up, like you guys are split up, and of course it's going to be split up. But if we're like gonna call a spade, like New Brunswick is doing awesome. Like we're going green. We're straight up going green. And that's as close as real life as I guess it's gonna be. Like, cause what lesser color that means go than green? Like, go for green, go for life. Go ahead and have life. You're green. But at any time, we can switch this motherfucker right back to fucking yellow, orange, red. You know, and you know what I mean? Don't rest easy. Don't rest easy. Rest easy, but don't rest easy. You green motherfuckers. Like, you know what I mean? But you know what they like they're not calling it is normal. It's like, let's go back to green. They're not calling it let's go back to normal. Cause we're just a couple fucking coughs away and a couple little fucking fevers away from going right back to like yellow, orange, like you know what I mean? I'm still gonna wear my mask, but you know what I'm gonna do? Like, cause it sucks. I'm gonna picky boo out my nose sometimes, just to get real air, just to get real air. And also, it gets hot. It gets hot. It gets hot. It gets hot in here. It's like, and then like, boom, it's just under the nose. Then it's not so bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you do a little nose breathing instead. It's not so bad. And man, sometimes you got your mask on. You're just like, man, when did I eat garlic donaires? Like, you know what I mean? Because and man, they're busy. They're busy over there. There's like five babies, and I one adult for sure. But I almost think there's two adults. But I think the way it works, and when I say I think the way it works is I know how 100% how it works. I'm the fucking raccoon whisperer that's been through like fucking five generations. Um, the mom sticks around with the kids, and you know what the dad does. You know what the fucker, not the fucky. The fucky stays with the kids, but the fucker, the raccoon, he fucking free ranges. He just goes by, like he might not even come home for weeks. Like, you know what I mean? I rarely see the male one, but I see the female and the kids all the time. And join my Discord. So join my Discord if you want to see. I don't know. Like, instead of talking like live, you could like send a like I could send a picture and talk about it and be like, oh man, remember when I said about like these raccoons living next door? I have cute raccoon pictures. If that's what you're into, I have this one I took like last week. Raccoons, like, this is daytime, pure daytime, like fucking early afternoon, just after a fucking sandwich at lunchtime. Boom, raccoons like in the window, just like spread eagle, just showing her junk right off. Boom, right in the window. And I'm like, oh, 20 feet away. Doesn't move. 10 feet away. Doesn't move. 5 feet away. Kind of starts moving. And then I'm like, tap, tap on the window and then it takes off, obviously. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, well, I'm not a fucking. I didn't hypnotize these fucking things. These things are still wild animals. But that was cool. Uh, I recorded you telling Ashley it's okay for me to have drinks, and now I will play it whenever I want to have another. But man, I will be your excuse, your scapegoat. I'll be your alibi if you want to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I have his whereabouts on what date? I'm pretty sure we were like. Oh, and hopefully you tell me if you kill someone, and I have to back you up. But let's say if you don't. Let's say if you don't, and I played like cool coy. I'm like, no. I'm pretty sure we were like live chatting on I don't know, I forget which one we were doing because we're pals on all kinds of platforms. But he was telling me on, and he was at this location that has nothing to do with like blood and murder in the background, like you know what I mean, like a decent background, like and the police would be like, let me let me just check, let me just check my facts and get back to you. I'm like, man, that's what happened, officer. He'd be like, innocent. And then like, I know he's not the judge, but he would like predetermine himself, and then we would all be off the hook, just like that, just right off the cuff. Like you know what I mean? Like, Your Honor, I don't believe these two are in cahoots for killing someone. One says that he was like live chatting with him from a platform, from locations that wasn't bloody and murdery. And quite frankly, I like the spunk of this young man. And I don't think he's lying to me. Like I got a feeling about these things. And then the judge is like, "Choosh, case closed." And where's my fucking lighter? Case motherfucking closed. Don't tell me it's gonna be a fucking lighter hunt. And I hunted her down to the pockets, to my fourth pocket search. I mean, let me check this one, this one, this one, this one. Here it is. Always catch my lighter. Like you know what I mean? Like dog the bounty hunter. I always catch my man. I always catch my lighter. Fourth, fifth pockets. I'll go 8 pockets if I have to. I always catch my lighter, or I'll check your pockets. Find my lighter. I'll always find my lighter. Man, check your pockets. Is that my lighter? Always. The lighter hunter. And I have the hairstyle mullet. The lighter hunter. And that's what you guys stayed late for. I was gonna sign off what about a half hour ago. And you're like, oh no. Well, actually only one person was like, oh no, please, like stay a little longer. And then boom, you guys are getting like fucking the bounty hunter and a stiff drink. Man, I just picked it. I thought I made more of a dent than that, but man, I'm just making room for more mix because this is strong. It's it's strong and dried. And I think that's going to be an issue. Like the open like drink glass in the mustache, and then because I find after every drink with like when the mustache gets to that certain level, you're like, let me let me sip it out of it. Like let me get it wet, and then I just like instead of blow dry, I suck dry it out. Like let me get the spaghetti get the sauce and let me get the beer, the drink out of my mustache. Oh, do I have it up there? I do. And Dryden, you tell me if you saw it already, and I won't get up. But if you tell me you never saw it, I'll get up. I have this one cup that's meant for giant mustaches. This old antique, old as fuck cup. It's probably not the oldest thing I own, but like pretty darn close. Uh, Deadbeat raccoons. I know, man. These raccoons are like, sheesh. I don't know what to do. And what I can do that would be effective, I can't talk about. You know what I mean? Because man, I've had some time. I've had some time. I've had some time. I had some time. I'm like, okay, how do I shoo these out? Okay, you can't really shoo raccoons. All right, how do I scare? You can't really scare raccoons out. Okay, how do I do other things to these raccoons? And then my mind starts thinking, it's like, and then how would I, and then, oh my goodness, do I want no raccoons over there? It's been 5 generations. Like, keep fucking with my garbage, shitting on my deck sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, can't talk about it. Oh my God, fight food's back again. I got some roast beef farts. What, from a sandwich or from the? If you're on the road, like, yeah, how are you eating roast beefs on the road? Unless you're like cutting in slices and eating slices, like a slice of thick ham, just or a roast beef sandwich, like, you know what I mean. And maybe because I love roast beef, maybe I'm curious about, like, fuck your farts. How? Tell me more about this roast beef. Like, you know what I mean? Um, oh, your stash drinks more of the drink than you do. Yeah, my testicles needs attention. Well, the 10-2, to the 10-2. I guess, like, you know what I mean. Like, I'm not the boss of you, and whenever your doctor has medicated for you to apply the ointment, then you have to apply it. You gotta follow doctor's orders, dude. I'm at work. Keep getting away from my phone. Man, that's okay. Pop in and out whenever you want. Whenever you want. Yeah, you showed me that stash, the stash cup. I want one. Yeah, man, and they're cool as fuck. And like back in the day, like mustaches in the cowboy days were such a holy fuck. Just poured some of my beer on my fucking leg and pants, and they're connected to each other. So it's like I could have said one or the other, and it would have been fine. Um, yeah, but back in the cowboy days, like a big mustache was a thing, and you had to keep it out of your drink, out of your soup, out of your, like, you know what I mean. So that mustache guard was a thing. Uh, Dead poop. Do you comb your pubes? I never combed them per se, but I have like a routine. Like, I have like a shower routine where the end result is like high pressure blast to the dick and foreskin butt and undercarriage. And then during that blast, I'm pretty sure, like, almost pressure washes the pubes into like a perfect mo. Like, you know how the Three Stooges, how a mo would be like split right in the middle, and the hair would go one way on one side, one way on the other side. I bet you, like naturally fucking made a mo just from years of like pressure washing. We don't have raccoons in the UK, just foxes messes with their trash at night. Yeah, so it sounds like a fox is your raccoons. Although, and no, I won't even fucking say it. I won't even say it because I don't even believe it. I was gonna say, oh man, raccoons are way cuter than foxes. And realistically, are they? They both have like a high fucking cute factor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and just down here, we don't have many foxes, but we do. But at the bar where I go, I was there for a beer, like I don't know, like a couple weeks ago, and the bartender just was like, we just fed a fox there yesterday, last night. I was like, what do you mean you guys hand fed a fox last night? They're like, well, no, we like watch this video, like this is, and it was like her and her roommate and a couple of fucking people outside having cigarettes, hand feeding this like wild fox. I'm like, that's cute. Like, you know what I mean? Like raccoons are, and I've fed some raccoons, but it took a while, and that while took me to hand feeding them, and then eventually they ended up shitting on my dick. Um, but yeah, fucking foxes are cute as fuck, dude, and they're smart. They're smart and docile too. We don't have bears either. That baffled me. You guys don't have bears in the UK because what? You guys hunted them all out? Is that what happened? Like UK's like I don't know, not so small, but I don't know. So you guys hunted them all out? That's crazy. No dangerous animals in the UK. Um, that's that's different. That's different. Like let me just put you in my mind frame. Fight food. When I was a kid, Boy Scouts, like you know what I mean. Like I was in like Army Cadets, but mainly Boy Scouts. Stick to Boy Scouts. Comfortable in the woods, like you know what I mean. I made camps in the woods. I used to sleep in the woods. I used to be like bare feet, socks in the woods. And you know what a grown paranoid adult in the woods I am? First off, bare feet, shorts, no way. I'd be more prone to be like well, I will still wear shorts if it's hot, but let's for exaggeration's sake be like long pants tucked in my socks with a fucking sneaker, cause of ticks, cause we have a lot of ticks here. That's one thing. Also, let's say if I'm in the woods alone or mainly with my family. Mainly with my family is when I feel it the most. We're deep in the woods, like where I enjoy to be, and I'm with the family. I don't feel safe. Like I feel like unless I have like a big like I don't know like a 10-inch blade on my side. I wish I would be able to have a gun. Like honestly, I wish I would have a gun. I'd feel way safer with a gun. But at the very least, I'll have like you know what I mean like the world's like legalist big well more than legal knife on the side. Um, just because like when you're with your family, it's like outrunning this threat is not an issue is a non-issue. You can't. You have to like do whatever it takes. You know what I mean? And there are some fucking wild animals. Like we got like wildcats, thundercats, mountain lions. We got fucking bears, cougars, wolves. We got fucking I don't know badgers, snapping turtles. Uh, went to grocery store on the Bone brand roast beef. On the Bone brand roast beef. Oh, and then you went home. Okay, I was picturing like on the truck on the road meal. So you went home and like did it justice. Like I don't know, oven did or Traegered it. Um, I hate how descriptive your pew story was because I've done the exact same thing. So I'm not that crazy. Like you know what I mean? Like my shit checks out. People do that. They do like take the shower head, strongest setting, rinse the soap off, and whatever fucking schmegma might be fucking lingering around, blast the balls, shoot the undercarriage after a little soapings, all the way up to the side. And then by the time when you get the fucking front view, your fucking pubes are like pressure wash to the side. Like that happens. Like that's I don't know if that like that's probably a lot of humans' routines. You ever see a raccoon eat red vine? A red vine? Did I ever see a raccoon eat a red vine? No, but man, I don't think so. Unless you mean red wine, and instead of eat, it's drink. Neither. I've never fed booze to a raccoon. Although, man, that would be cool as fuck. But instead of booze, it'd be like antifreeze. Man, that'd be fun, huh? Um, I don't think we ever had bears. Man, man. Fight food. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, big time, for my fucking lack of knowledge of geography. Like, watch my eyes roll back. Let me think of even where, like, unless it be written on the map, I couldn't point at UK. Like, I know roughly where it's at, but I do know. I was like, UK's here, but like, don't know much about it. I don't know geography that well. I don't even know, like, past an hour out of here. I couldn't even name the towns on the way out. My memory works in a different. I have a super great memory, but for shit that matters to me, and geography and how to get somewhere, so I don't have to retain that knowledge and that's what my brain says. And that's not me talking. My brain is like, even street names around here. I've lived in St. John like most of my life, and like, I couldn't name you five fucking street names in the city. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, there's Main Street number one. There's Street number two. A King Street maybe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Oh man, is my finger too wet to work? Oh, that's silly. That's silly. Uh, just give me a sec. Give me a second. I'll get caught up on these comments. Like, just trying to, I don't know, slide this over and my. No, I think I'm doing something wrong here. Let me. There we go. There we go. Now I'm doing something. And my finger pad's getting weak. I don't know if you know what I mean, but on a laptop you get that little finger pad where it's like, oh, let me feel your movements. Let me feel your movements on this computer. Let me just feel where and you're just touching the square and it's just like knowing what you want to do. Now my square, I like touch it. I'm like, oh, please, cursor, go over here, and it's like, no, no, I'll go halfway and then quit. And I'm like, no, 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 just a little more, and then you know what it'll do? Go halfway and quit. So now I've moved. I've tried to get there twice, and I'm only three-quarters of the way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then but I do have that red circle too in there where you can put that red circle and it's almost like a joystick. But what kind of fucking maniac uses that thing? Like, be real. Have you known a human on Earth that uses that red joystick to move the mouse around? Like, what kind of fucking psychopath is that? Like, like, use a square like we all do, or better yet, get a mouse, man. Right now, yeah, I have no mouse. But every time else, a mouse. Because you know what happens with a mouse? It does what you want more. I don't think we ever. Where am I at? No, Johnny Azul, you're amazing. LG loves Vag. That's still out for debate. He might like the peen. I don't know. He might like Vag, might the peen, and we're not the ones to decide. Like he is. And Pancrats, and I know I'm saying that wrong. And parakeets, Keats, and parakeets. Oh, you do have parakeets or no parakeets? You guys killed all the parakeets too? All the bears, all the wolves, parakeets. Papa Kale with a factual statement. Legendary Gaming is a troll. He's not a troll. He's Rick 2. And Rick 2's not a troll. He's Legendary Gaming. So I don't know who's right. I don't know who's right. Good night, Johnny. Hugs. Loves you, bro. Uh, Red Vine is poison. Hmm. Should I look? Should I? Oh man, I got old fucking work receipts. I need these work receipts. Just give me a sec. I'll put these in my pocket. Okay. I don't even know what to say. Oh, Red Bean. Should I look up to see what that if that makes sense to me now? If the about the Red Bean, just give me a sec. You ever see a raccoon eat Red Bean? Oh, Red Bean is poison. No, I never see. No, I never see. I never seen it, and honestly, dude, I would never want to see it. The only thing I would want is for me not to have dealt with raccoons for like 15 years. Even though, oh man, like 6, 7 of those years were like beautiful. Um, so yeah, yeah. Let me have like 6, 7 years with raccoons, and then maybe like some kind of natural disaster where these last quite few years be like no raccoons, maybe without poison. But man, dude, like wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You got to think of all the avenues if you are serious about getting rid of them. Like, you know, a dead poop is a Benjamin Button of YouTube. He gets younger looking with every stream. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I find my dead old age giveaway is sometimes I look tired and look at this. Sometimes it does this underneath my eyes a bit. I find that's like old man eyes a little bit. Um, Twizzlers night. Good night, dead poop. And good evening, Johnny. And you don't have the good night unless you're tired. You know what I mean? Would you rather jizz your pants every time you sneeze or have to soak yourself with water every time you see a hose? Uh, I sneeze a lot and I don't see a garden hose that often. Like maybe summertime would be your peak season. Um, but realistically, I don't know. I sneeze a lot. Like, well, I have to say, do you want that? Do you maybe want that? Like, man, you want to see a sneeze out of me? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I don't have to. Let me just try to pluck a nose hair. No. Oh man, I almost had it. Oh come on, I get. Uh, can't do it. But usually, if I pluck a nose hair, after that, it's like, that's you, that's you, that's you. Um, but I don't know, man. Like I think that could be like I sneeze at work sometimes with dust. So what am I gonna do? Like finish the day, finish the afternoon with a bunch of jizz in my pants, working with a fucking bunch of construction guys? Like, oh, pardon my wet spot. That's just from sneezing. And they were like, just from sneezing. What the fuck kind of weirdo are you? It's like, oh, you don't understand when I sneeze, I jizz. It's so fantastic. They were like, what? Were you jerking off in the bathroom? So like, well, what are you doing? You fucking weirdo. It was like, oh, no, you don't understand. And then no one would understand. You know what I mean? I'd rather talk the same here. I'm gonna bounce to. All right, and yeah. I'm gonna bounce to. Like, let's all leave at the same time. Wagwan, Sam and Johnny, Peen, the nipple mouse sucks. Ooh, licorice. The old licorice raccoon death. That poop has the biggest peen I've ever seen streaming. And like with editing, you can like manipulate any size. Like, you know what I mean? There's obviously I obviously edited that the big peen because I like I've ever been called that. I don't think I've ever been called that. I don't. That seems memorable. I don't think I've ever been called that. It's glorious. Love the poop. The poop, Azul. Oh, Rick reviews and Jesus. What's up, brother? What's up, brother? What, brother, man? Just have a little bit of white whiskey. And I don't know, just shooting shit. Well, rye whiskey and the shits being shot around with y'alls. The shot shittings with y'alls tonight with y'alls. The shit. The boob. But yes, yes, Gail, yes, rave reviews. Oh my! And Johnny's gassy. Mm, that happens. I too have encountered gassy moments. And I find like my burps, ah, I try to be polite about it, but sometimes when I'm super gassy, I just sound like I don't know, like a fucking transport truck tire just sprung a leak. I'm like, "Brr." Like I hold a burp in like, "Brr," and then I'm like, and then brr, brr. You know what I mean? I sound like a fucking old leaky tire sometimes. And I'm trying, and that's me trying to be polite. Like, well, and sometimes I'm not polite. I'm like, "Brrrap, brrrap, brrrap." But when I'm polite, it's like low sound, but still gotta relieve it. Just watch this video yesterday. Hippo gets explosive diarrhea. Is that the one where he helicopters with his tail, and it does like it cuts a turd as it comes out? That was a fool. That was a crazy hippopotamus poop one. That was a great hippopotamus, and that's weird to even say. Oh man, that was a great um, rhinoceros feces tail twirling around like a helicopter video. Cool, fantastic. The more dead poop talks, the more I'm flying to New Brunswick. And like we said, I don't even think you can. Like I don't even think fucking. Well, maybe The Rock could. I think it would need to be like essential service. I know a guy that's like fucking. He'd be like the Scottish guy that lives down there. He'd be like, let me find some work to do in St. John. So, anyways, I'm not gonna say the kind of work. He's talking about, but he's like, so that I'm an essential worker and I can come down. Like he's even looking for like a New Brunswick loophole because this ain't a vacation spot. Can't vacation down here. Can't even travel. Can't even travel down here. Uh, the stuff that comes out, that comes up on my feed. Oh, the hippo, yeah. That poop. Is it true you kissed 10 guys? Um, Rick 2, I don't know where you heard that from, but the number is like 100% way less than that, dude. Like, talk about like false, inaccurate information. Um, I can't help it. So much gas. Maybe Tums or Pepto, or I hear raw potato. You eat raw potato if you don't have any Tums. I guess that's a Tums. Like, and that's what just maybe what Tums did. So, oh, let me take these raw potato and make them smaller, like, and put mint in it, and then boom, Tums was born. Because I heard in the book of like home remedies, you got heartburn. It's like, wow, just eat raw potato. So isn't that a Tums? Like, Toronto Zoo. Oh, at the Toronto Zoo. Where's your jizz towel? It's still in the fishing shack. My what was it? My royal D towel, my royal dick towel. That's in the fishing shack. But in the meantime, like, you know what I mean, like paper towel, like underwears, like, you know what I mean, like you make do. But the original OG like dick towel, that's in the fishing shack. Legendary Gaming is a Mr. Sub fan. Yeah, yeah, he is. And you know what kind of guy he is when he orders his sub. Pulls up the measure tape. He's like, "This ain't 12 inches. I felt 12 inches before." And then like aggressively like lets his tape roll back into it. Shush. This is not 12. I felt 12 before. Shush. And then the tape rolls back in. Shush. You know what I mean? It's like, Mr. Gaming, that'll still be the $10 for this cold cut. I'll I'll take it. Mm, and give me the receipt. That poop farts toxic in his sleep. No, man. Like, I might have said it before, but my shit don't stink very much because I think I shit too much. Like, I shit too much that it's like flows so much that it's so slow, like that, like it doesn't have time to rot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I eat pizza, I'll shit pizza. You might even like flavor smell pizza. Like, you know what I mean? Like my shit might smell delicious to you. Unless it's Donairs. And man, Donairs does something different, bro. Like, I know what happens if you add garlic to your shit. But what it is like that's after a good like Donair feed. It's like, oh man, this shit smells like garlic in a weird way. But enough about that. Fun fact: dead poop has a fart jar sealed. Oh man, we talked about that. And then, man, remember that other crazy idea that I had that I could still do, but I've never done yet? Was and I wanted a stunt butt, and Eatman agreed to it. Have a fart bare butt in that minus 20 degrees Celsius weather. Like, would that like poof, like, do that frost breath real bad? Like, you know what I mean? It'd be neat to visually see a butt fog fart. in a -20 like degree temperature, bare butted. Because I personally know like thin material like boxers and PJ shorts, PJ pants. No, 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 no. You're not creating that fog on your behinds. You need to be bare butt. And my bare butt's not presentable for camping, so I have a stunt butt for my and you know what I mean. Like, anyways, we were talking legend. We were talking about that. CSS I can, and we get a fucking potato for old time's sakes. Oh, can we get fucking potatoes? Fiddly dee, I'm gonna fucking have some fucking potatoes over here. And some fucking rye or whiskey. I don't. It doesn't even matter. um, and yes, Papa Kale. Like that's what first caught my attention. Like, man, this Gold Crest D could also be for my last name. It could be like, oh yes, the lineage towel passed down from my grandfather's grandfather's grandfather, like a ripped 4x6 piece of like towel with your initial on it, passed down from generations, in a rag bag, or it could be the royal new dick towel, where like you know what I mean, like that's the thing. Have you ever tried the tuna from Subway, dude? Legend. I know you're smart enough for this, and this is you subtly trolling because I know you know me. Like I'm pretty sure you take notes. We know each other. Well, even though I don't know. I know some about it, but I'm pretty sure you take notes. You know I don't eat fish like tuna. No, no, like I don't, no tuna. I've never even tasted tuna. The last tuna I had was off your mom's panties. Like you know what I mean. I don't eat tuna often, and that time I think the liquor got to me. Um, where's Tater? He's the Lucas guy who quit Nelk. No, he's just working away and just being busy and stuff like that. And I 100% get it. Like he's got a few things on his plate. He's busy, and I get it. I see him every now and then, checking on him. But as far as like doing live streams, I don't think he has quite time for that. I don't think that's in his schedule or his lifestyle right now. Scotty reminds me of Stan Lee in Marvel Comics. You always find a small cameo of him in the stream. And man, dude, legend. I don't know if I told you this, but man, he was like not Slosh Scotty for like 4 months. Like he went like 2 3 months without drinking, and what a smart guy. Like you know what I mean, like what a smart guy. Like sober Scotty or like hanging out with him, and I don't think he's fullback slosh, but I think he fell off the wagon once. He might be back on, but yeah. But yeah, he went like a 2 3 month stretch, no drinking at all. I thought that was like to be recommended. Like that's awesome, dude. Uh, Scotty phone, man, it's like 1:40. It's a little late to be fucking calling people. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I know you don't like fish, but Subway tuna is not tuna. Yeah, I heard about that. And the bread has yoga mats, and the chicken isn't quite chicken. And Jared likes little boys. Like man, Subway's had a bad rep for a fucking while. It's almost like man, like imagine like the president of Subway's like, man, well, I'm just trying to sell sandwiches here. Like the next thing you know, like Jared touches kids or like fucking loves kids, and then it's like, oh man, I just want to sell fucking decent sandwiches here. Boom, there's no chicken in the chicken. Boom, then there's yoga mat in the bread, and now there's the tuna. And you would want tuna on your tuna. Like I assume that's like almost what you would want. You're my favorite YouTuber. You're so hilarious. Ah, I don't think I don't think so. And if you think so, then I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Um, I like to hang out and like like try to make people laugh, but that's about it. Like mediocre. What's that restaurant? Something mediocre. Something mediocre. Subway tuna looks predigested. Uh, when I go to Subway, I like a good fucking fuck tuna. First off, fuck tuna. I like a good like chicken salad sandwich, and I've never had the Subway one because fuck, that looks like cat food minced up. But everywhere else, like a good reputable sandwich place, or like a mom and pop sandwich place, or let me get that chicken salad, and most of it's well, a lot of the times is fucking great. So I can understand a fish lover liking tuna salad. You're talking about like a meat you like with mayo whipped around, possibly a little seasoning, a little celery in there if you're talking about chicken. Fuck tuna. Um, I eat tuna off dead poop's butt, and that would probably like I don't know if it would like counterbalance or just complement the E. coli from the shit. Like I don't know how people butt eat. Like that's weird. Like I mean, yeah, it's a thing. I get it. People do, but man, that's butts. That's E. coli. And what now? Tuna E. coli. Same. Are you having pita breads up there too? Like, am I just laying down for like a pita bread E. coli fucking tuna spread? Like hummus? My daddy jizzed in his towel, and my daddy jizzed in his towel. By golly, I'm gonna jizz in this towel. 100%. Like it's got like my gold like family crest initial on it. Like if that's what the towel says, then that's what I will do in the towel. The dick load. Like I mean, like or just wash the fucking scales off your hands from fishing. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I don't think there's been any jizz on it per se. Because it did just come. It just we pulled it out of a bag of rags, like out of a random bag of rags. Deadpool 420 is my hero, and you are the wind beneath my wings. I've never seen Scotty sober. Pick or isn't true. No man, he was sober, and he probably still is. Like you know what I mean? Like let's say this is the plausible history. Sober 2 3 months. One time slipped up, had drinks, probably sober again for last few weeks, last quite a few weeks, maybe a month. I forget how long it's been since. But anyways, did you ever go back to that sushi place with the cut? No, that was in Miramichi. That's a ways away, but that's a ways away, and it was a specific night of the week. Like so many fucking things would have to align for that to happen again. It was on back then. It was on Thursdays in Miramichi, in the hotel beside the in the restaurant beside the connected to the hotel Holiday Inn. What? Fun fact: sandwich is one of Deadpool's favorite meals. Man, a sandwich is portable. It's on the go. It's contained. It's fucking delicious. What do you put it on it? Eh, You got me curious. Yeah, I'll take one. It's a sandwich. You know what I mean? Sandwich. Feelings on sushi. I don't like fish, right? But like Legendary Gaming said, in Miramachi had this like special sushi spot. Made me chicken finger sushi and also just vegetable sushi. And man, I like rice, I like seafood, I like everything but fish. And the concept's awesome, and I got that, and that was like a memorable, great meal for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, chicken finger sushi to me was memorable. I love sushi. I'm eating all the sushi at work because I'm putting on my 2 weeks. Can you freeze it? Probably not. That's the point of sushi because it's fresh. I don't know. What's the cheapest sushi? A California roll? I think like people assume like sushi sounds like big dollar, and I'm a cheapskate, and to me sushi does sound like bitch. What you want to go on a date? Do you want sushi? Fuck you. Going to I don't know Burger King like or something else like not sushi. Sounds pricey. Um, but if you like sushi enough, man, like I think it's even easy enough to make that you could probably make a batch at home. Just a matter of like I don't know. Hopefully, like getting the freshest fish or the right fish. Because then it's like not cooked fish. That's gross. Put a fucking chicken finger in there. You know what I mean? LG is starting at Mr. Stub in Vegas. Yeah, he's giving up the sushi for the 11-inch. It's not full 12-inch. Foot long meatballs. Here's a fucking meatball sub over here. Is there? Oh, you want extra gabagoo over there? Cause I can put it on over here. On your sub over here for you. Over there. Fun fact: that poop overcooks his egg. Man, Ledge, I overcook everything, and I was talking about it tonight. Like, I met up with like my old roommate, and fuck, I see him once every few years. Cherish the moments every time. Anyways, now he moved back home. He moved back home, and he don't drink, he don't smoke. I was like, man, let's go have wings. We had wings, and you know what I said? I was like, hey, bartenders. Well, actually, I don't have to even have to say that because they're taking orders. So anyway, she's looking at me. She's waiting for me to say something, and I don't have to say, "Hey, bartenders." I'm like, let me get 10 salt pepper wings. Let me get these like extra well done, dry as fuck. Words exact. Words exact. And she's like, say less. Actually, not what she says. No one even talks like that. And I'm like, hot sauce on the side. And boom, it showed up. Boom. The best. The best. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, how are the wings? Oh, man, they're like a bunch of salt and pepper on them. They're dry as fuck. Um, the count, I don't know, seemed a little low. Oh, so it was horrible? No, it was the best. I dipped them in sauce, and the sauce made them moist. That's where I expect the moisture to come from. Not from like a juicy wet chicken. No, no, no. Let my chicken be dry, and then I just dip it in the sauce. Let me wet my chicken with like like with the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, yeah. Bag spaghetti. Let me bag that spaghetti too. And there's no bag spaghetti, but I bet you if I grab my vest that I wore at the thing, there's a dirty old hot dog in the pocket. I bet you, 'Cause, man, I was the hot dog master. I had a few things going on with hot dogs that I enjoyed myself doing. One, I was eating them. Of course, they're fucking hot dogs. Two, I was like tapping people's drinks with them. Like, you know what I mean? I catch you off guard at this fucking, was it a punk metal show? It wasn't a full like hardcore metal show. Like the bands were diverse. I'm like, I caught you slipping, but flash. I'm flapping you with the fucking this hot dog, and then in the third one, I would purposely eat these hot dogs in the weirdest, most awkwardest moment, just like straight up eye contact, and then straight up eye contact. I'm still eye contacting. Like I'm eye contacting. Take a hot dog out of my pocket. Choo, choo, put it back in. And if you don't know anyone and they see you do that, the look on their face is like fucking gold. It's like looking at you like, whoa, what the fuck did I just see? Or who the fuck is this fucking special? And the answer is Deadpool to both. Um, Burger King is pricey. Burger King is not too bad. They got deals. They got deals. Good night, Johnny. Carl's Jr. is expensive. I remember even a Big Mac combo was over $10 here. I've never been to a Carl's Jr. I don't think that's a Canadian thing, unless it's like an out west thing that I don't know about. Burger King is cheap. Yeah, and Burger King has deals. Like, you know what I mean? Burger King is the kind of place. It's like, I understand you want a meal. Like that's a drink, burger, and fries. And Burger King is like, yeah, I kind of understand you're also a fat fuck. Let me do deals that involves multiple meals. Let me multiple meals deals you. And that's rare for an establishment. Like McDonald's don't have like that fat fuck meal. Like, oh, you can eat more than one hamburgers and fries. Let me throw multiple meals at you. Burger King does. I think McDonald's overall the cheapest because I have the big dollar menu. You can eat cheap at McDonald's. Yeah. Ah, I don't even know what it is now, but I almost wanted to say like wasn't Wendy's like almost beating them for a while? Because I remember like back in the day, and I don't think this was like I'm not a grandpa reminiscent about like 1964, but back in the day, not too long ago, wasn't a junior bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's like under $2, like 189, and that McDonald's burger or blah blah blah, like you know what I mean, like that's like I don't know, around the same price or more expensive, but to me that JBC is a lot more meal for your buck. Two original chicken sandwiches yeah, and I remember that. And Papa Kale, I don't know if your original sandwiches went to shits, but ours did. Like I remember loving the original chicken sandwich, and then all of a sudden, like a light switch. What is this? This thing is like overly salty. This chicken sandwich is overly salty, and I wasn't able to. I didn't like it, and then like okay, I just had a bad one. And I gave the original chicken sandwich multiple fucking redos, and they're all like more salty than I remember, to the point where I'm like, I don't even think I can put this on my radar anymore. Yeah, we don't have any Denny's. All right, no, yeah, no, we have Denny's. We have Denny's. I just we don't have any in town here, but I've seen Denny's in like in Nova Scotia or something like that. Agreed. LG McDonald's is the cheapest overall. Yeah, as far as like the big, but what was it? KFC, KFC Toonie Tuesdays back. If I was playing that flute recorder at the corner of Bum Street and Bum Street, and it was Tuesday, you best believe I'm getting like a fucking two Toonie Tuesdays, like two Toonie Tuesdays. That's like what? A couple people's generosity. Pocket dogs are hilarious, and that's what I mean. Like I kid you not. Like I have a hot dog in the vest of my pocket. I'm pretty sure. Well, I can't say that. Like you know, what I mean, like it's Haitian night ended 5 a.m. I did have hot dogs in there through and throughout the night. I think I have a piece of one in there, perhaps. I don't know. Did any of your poop heads that worked at McDonald's? Mm, I don't know. I never worked at a fast food ever in life, and then later in life when I had my shit together, even though I didn't have my shit, I will never have my shit together. I was like side working a school bus and also scaffolding, but I also working at St. Hubert's, a chicken place, but a classic like a sit down restaurant chicken place, like classy. And I loved the food to begin with, but yeah, I worked there for like I don't know 6 7 months. Papa Kale worked at KFC. Um, do you know the secrets? Like Papa Kale, like I'm sure it was like in a sealed envelope bag. You have no idea what was in it, but in the chance that you do you have an idea what's in it? What's the 13 secret spices? Was it disgusting watching how the food made? Yeah, 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 yeah. I'd be curious too. I cooked the food. Used to steal chicken off the rack. So good. So nothing weird about it. And man, it's chicken. Although man, new KFC's weird, man. There's this new piece of chicken off the bird that I don't even recognize. Like I grew up, there was the drumstick, the breast, the wing, that rib cage piece, and now there's a weird other rib cage piece that's bigger or something like that, or the ah, I don't know, man. KFC has this new weird piece. Like, what the fuck is where's this from? How are you making a new piece, KFC? Like I grew up with this not being a piece, and now it's a piece of chicken that you chose to like batter up and like serve to me. And that's why I've not been hating Mary Brown's. The gravy was man, the gravy was tasty. I don't even want to read that. You feel the fryer and take the shit in the filter and make it. Yeah, I heard it was like gravy upon gravy upon gravy. It's almost like yesterday's fat is gonna be great in today's fats. And isn't that how your grandma cooked? Like realistically, like it doesn't sound sanitary. It doesn't sound like the best, but technically, like my grandma cooked with lard. So you know how the grandma's cookies were the best. She put a lot of lard in it. Like and you know why her soups were lard, and you know why that was like back then they just put up like the best worst stuff in it for flavor. I almost even think like deep fryers back in the day, they weren't even oil. They're lard cooked down. So they turn into oil. When you heat up a lard, it turns into and then is it better for you? No. Does it taste better? Grandma would say so. Same here. Worked one day for 3 hours at Mickey D's. Yeah, you didn't like it that much, eh? You're like, after 3 hours, you're like looking around. You're doing this one. this ain't gonna work. Yo. Who's training me? Who you train? You're the This ain't gonna work. And I did a job like that. I worked well. It was more than 3 days. It was a training class, and I knew it was gonna be a bullshit job. But you get paid for 1 week training. So, anyways, I did 1 week, 1 day, 1 afternoon, and then afternoon I'm like, fuck this. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck you, fuck this. This is good. It was like outbound calling about bullshit. It's almost like cold calling people about this and that. It's like, oh, did I catch you at a bad time? Because that would be a great time to talk about your, I don't know, your long distance plan or something like that. Like some kind of bullshit. And you know when is a good time to talk about your fucking whatever? I don't know, your fucking long distance plan. Never. Quit bothering me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I can only take so much of that. I'm like, oh, first phone call. Oh, don't bother me. You're an idiot. Oh, sorry about that. Second call. Well, you're about 30th call. You're a fucking idiot. Don't bother me. 50th call. You're and then that afternoon, it's like I I don't want to do this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this sucks. I don't even want long. I don't even want your long distance plan. It's not even that good. You know what I mean? Battle for a day. What's up, brah? We're just chilling. We're just chilling, and we're almost done. Like I was gonna like bounce earlier, and then I was like, oh man, it'd be cool if you guys would want me to stay. And then someone was like, oh yeah, okay. What like what? One person was like, yeah, you should maybe stay. And I was like, okay, I will. One more drink, and then one more joint, and the joint's gone, and it's almost done drink. But it's good to see you. Better late than never, though. Better late than never. And it's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, look, like I was saying earlier, dude. Like, battle for a day. Like, watch. I'm reading with this eye, and this eye is like straight up, like, I don't know, retired. Um, it's like not even doing anything. Probably. Look at it. It's like it's it's not doing as much as the other one. You ever smoke rocks? Um, long like short answer, no, hell no, no, hell no. But long answer, I tried most of every drugs once, except for some of the drugs I didn't ever tried once. So man, what have I even tried? Like that leaves it kind of obscure. Um, yeah, it is good to see you, dude. And I'd love to stream. I'd love to stream all night. But what am I squeaking on? What is? Ah, there's a motorcycle helmet. That's what was happening. That's what. That's what was happening. I was like, ah, man, it almost feels like I'm rocking on something. And I was rocking on a motorcycle helmet. And isn't that the way to go? Stick to weed. First off, you're not the boss of me. Secondly, this rum whiskey is delicious. Um, I was hoping to have like 3, 4, 5, but no, that's it. I think that's enough. Too. Yeah, exactly. Now I see why you say stick to weed. I thought you say, "Oh, just stick to weed and don't drink tonight." I was like, "Oh, it's too late for that. Kind of drunk." But yeah. But I've only tried. But I'm an all natural, like weed, mushrooms, alcohol, mozzarella, pepperoni, like all the naturals. I will do all the naturals. I mean, just like God intended. You know what I mean? And who's watched He Man? Who's watched the new Masters of the Universe? And Kevin Smith, as much as I love him, and as much as I think he's a fucking geek and a weirdo, man, did he ever do a good job. I liked it. I liked it a lot. And just for the way it started, and the way it middled, and the way it ended, part one, poof. And I said all that with no spoilers. You know what I mean? So, although like by now I could spoiler a little bit, but realistically, you heard it on the internet already. Good night, Sam. I begged you a Jew, and I shall make myself a Jew in a moment or two. You know what I mean? Like, and man, this was a stiff drink. Like, for you guys who saw me pour it, you know, you know what it is. You know what it is. And what it is was reaching the bottom of a fucking stiff drink, and a pool glass. Do you guys know who You guys know who Side Neck is, or Little Windex? Probably not, because you're not Canadian. But anyways, I got a fucking weird shout out from them. It's just kind of funny, kind of cool. But Side Neck, Side Neck, Little Windex, no. All right, guys, big you guys a Jew, and yeah, catch you on the next one. And man, I did drop two videos. What was it, yesterday or the day before? Week in the views. I don't know if you guys saw it. I know there's only five. Maybe I could get five more views, but it was like I just kind of threw together like me singing with auto tune. Kind of cringy, but it is what it is. And also, I did like two story tells. Story about like the gingeriest ginger, and also my take on the human centipede, I guess, which was during a live, and I just cut it out of a live, but the other one wasn't from a live. Anyways, check that out. You want, light up that thumb, subscribe, turn on notification bell. You guys can like light up that thumb. You guys can leave a comment, let people know, share the link. You guys can also wear your mask, keep 6 feet away. You guys can also, yeah, notification, thumbs up, everything. But most of all, just have a good night, guys. You know what I mean? You want to know where everybody knows your name. Boom.